Hi critics and queens, hope everyone is good. The trade that I took on yesterday on Ethereum was so good until I moved my stop loss to entry. Market came back down, took it out, and then it went to my take profit. But that is totally fine because looking at Ethereum, I do have some potential targets where I can expect the market to come back down to for a potential higher low, and that could take us back to potentially 39,580. From these levels, I do first of all expect the market to drop back down because we need to follow market structure. But if we see the market breaking, this could take us back up to 40,800. If this is the case, if we respect this level to drop, or if we break it and see the continuation to the upside, I'll explain everything in this episode. Remember, I am no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I'll show you exactly what I see on Bitcoin and Ethereum today. We start off with Bitcoin on the weekly chart, which is really important because it is Monday. So the last weekly candlestick, we did close above the previous demand zone that we do have right here around 38,420. We can drag a zone here, so when we go down to the lower time frames, it's easier for us to understand what we're looking at. And you can see that these candlesticks right here was only the fake out that we did have to the downside. So these two candlesticks, and what happens is that we did close above this important zone, demand zone, and you saw the retest exactly against that level. So we did have that tonight, so midnight 2nd of May, we saw the market broke above, retest, and now we see the market go up. But one of the things that we need to focus on, and I did spoke about this one on my live stream this morning, which you also should be a part of tomorrow, 8 a.m. Swedish time. So 1 hour before London session opens, I have every single day this week and 2 weeks ahead of in front of us, I will go on live streams during the morning and just show you the trades that I see, because I think the best setups that we do have is before London session. So be a part of that, just reminder. Okay, so but we're continuing to look at the charts at the moment. So we can come up to, okay, so we go to the daily chart again. We can see that we did break this support level between 39,190 and 39,530. You can already see that we did have a retest against this level. So this is really important because this is a previous support that might just be a new resistance. So we're gonna go to the 3 daily chart. We're gonna go to the 3 daily chart, and you can see that on the last lower high is 40,760. The last support, as I told you, is 39,170. If we're dragging a fib from the last lower high to the next lower low, because we need to follow market structure, you can also see that the 50 and 61% is combined exactly where the support is. So this level is really important for us. So if we see on the lower time frames that we slowly start to break to the downside, I would not be surprised about that, but we can still come back down for a potential higher low because the market is still in a uptrend on the lower time frames, as you can see. So we can go to the 15-minute chart. I'm just jumping in between the levels at the moment. So you could see the market did break the support trend line, right? So the market is pulling back down. But one thing that we need to have in mind is just because we did break the support trend line, the last higher low that we did have, technically it was at 38,420, and you can already see that the market did retest the 50%. So we just might see Bitcoin come back down to 38,645 and then slowly break to the upside, because we can still come back up and retest 39,216, potentially 39,590. And from these levels, you just might see the market consolidate and then slowly break to the downside, because this is the first level that we will reach. If we see the market don't respect these levels and you see that we do have more momentum to the upside, we can see a retest from above, and that could take us back up to higher time frames targets, the last lower high that we spoke about when it comes to the 3 daily chart. So and you could also see from this level, the first thing that we will look at if we see the market, if Bitcoin come to these levels, is to see, okay, are we coming back up to to retest this lower high as a new lower high, because this is also a supply zone, and against a supply zone you usually see a quick retest and then market continues to the direction. Or if we see the market breaking 40,810 potential retest, that is the confirmation that we are in a bullish market. But and as long as we're not breaking these levels, we need to look at the lower time frames and see, do we see the break of structure? We can see it right now, but the last higher low is still at 38,490, as I spoke about. So we just might see the market pull back down to these levels now. I'm gonna wait for the market to come back down a little bit more, and then I just might buy the market to the time frames or to the Fibonacci levels that I do have at 39,220 or 39,600. So it's around these levels, and if we come back up to these Fibonacci, it's a little bit messy now, sorry guys. If we come back up to these levels, you can also see that we are retesting the resistance trend line that we do have on the daily. So this, we're, as long as we are below this resistance trend line, we are still in a downtrend, which is really important for us to understand. But I will have a notification if we come back down to the targets, to the lower time, to the 61.8% Fibonacci instead, because I don't believe that we will continue up right now. I do believe that we can have a pushback down, and if I see the market on the lower time frame slowly start to break to the upside, potentially breaking a resistance trend line, is not going to look like this, but you get the idea. So as long as we're below this level, we can still see the market continue back down. But if we start to see the market respecting it, break it, that's for me a good sign to jump into a buy position on Bitcoin. Yesterday on Ethereum, I did have a buy order. Yesterday, I moved my stop loss to entry, so the market took me out exactly. I had my entry at 2,760. I was in profit. I did have my take profit at 2,850. Market came back up today, but yesterday when we saw the pullback, I did already move my stop loss to entry, so the trade took me out in just a little bit profit. But then it did take my take profit, so which is really good, guys. So just next time I'm just gonna wait for the market on Bitcoin now to come back down, just as I showed you. Don't forget that you can also receive a bonus on BYBIT by using the link in the description down below the video. You are supporting Bitcoinsensus and me by doing that, so I am always available for you every single day during the weeks. If we look at Ethereum, we do have this previous support zone we saw the market try to fake us out from yesterday. And if we go to the lower time frames, this could potentially be now a retest. If we drag another fib from low to high, you just might see Ethereum come back down and retest 2,885 or potentially 2,772 for a potential higher low, and then you can see the market reach out to the higher target. So if this is the case, target 1 will be 2,873, take profit 2 will be 2,934, take profit 3 around 2,990. So this is only if we see the market pull back down to these Fibonacci levels and then slowly breaks to the upside, because this support is also where the market did fake us out from. And usually what happens is that when you see the fake out, in this case these candlesticks is the fake out, you see the market break inside the support again, you see the retest, we just might have a wick, and then you see the movements to the upside. So everything depends on now how the market obviously is going to behave. But if we see the market breaking below with a huge bearish candlestick and a retest from below, this could be the momentum back to the downside. So everything depends on now how the market's going to behave around these levels. We do have a pretty volatile candlestick on the 4-hourly chart, but we are still respecting this support trend line that was the continuation or the start of high highs and higher lows. To what targets? If we go to the higher time frames, you can also see, so we go to the 3-daily chart also. I'm just going to take this one away so it does make sense. So we can still see we are creating lower lows, lower highs. So the last lower high was 3,055. We take it to the low at 2,727, and you can see that the take profit 1 and 2 is slightly below and above, or exactly where we expect the market to pull back up to and then potentially reverse back down. I'm sorry, I do have a lot of things around the chart, but I'm gonna take this one away, and I'm gonna take this one away too, because you can see that I did highlight this level. We just might see the market push back up to this level and then potentially bounce back down. I need to follow market structure. I'm gonna look at sell positions first of all, or I mean, I can definitely buy the market from here if I see the opportunity, but by trying to follow the trend is easier for us to potentially wait for the market if we see the pushback up to potentially 2,950, see if we actually respect the level for them bouncing back down. So everything is, the market is pretty slow at the moment, and we just want to wait and see if we slowly start to see the market reverse back up. Remember that if we do close below 2,795, this could be where the market actually only fake us out to the upside. So it looks like we can continue back to higher targets, but what happens is that the market closed below the previous support that we did break out from before, but closed inside. You can potentially see the break, retest, and that could take us back down to lower targets. So now we just have to wait and see what direction the market will go against. It is Monday, so it's called Trap Monday for a reason. So just waiting for the market to do whatever it's supposed to do. Remember that trading is about 80% patient, and we have to wait for the market to come to the levels where we expect the market to do whatever against the levels, and then we take the decision from there. Thank you so much, guys, for looking at this video together with me. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you were on my morning live stream. If you did, please comment below if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live tomorrow morning, or when I do have my daily updates or my regular live streams that I do have many times during the week. Have a good day. We'll see each other later. From Sweden.